Hello and welcome to Chair Yoga. Today we're going to continue to work through movements that we see in nature. So please join me for this practice. Today we imitate the cat. We begin with our warm-up, starting with our breath. So taking one hand just above the belly button, let's breathe down deep into the diaphragm here. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And watching the breath, becoming an observer of our own body movement here. As we imitate movements that we see in nature, we start to find our own rhythm, our own connectedness between our breath and our body movements. And then let's take the hands down by our side and let's take a lateral flexion here. Lifting one arm, stretching off. You can hold on to the chair, press into the thigh and just reach over your head. And if this is uncomfortable for your shoulder, reach across your chest here. Either way, you're opening up in the ribs here. And then come on back and let's do that on the other side. Start out with a little bit of stretch, and as you breathe into that side, you can deepen that stretch. Breathing, directing that energy into that side body. And then come on back and down. Beautiful. Let's sit forward a little bit. We're going to take our arms forward, behind our heads, and then out to the side. Flex the fingers towards the ceiling and just push as if you're pushing away from two walls. And then flip the hands and bring those fingers to your shoulders. Let's open up the back with a nice stretch here, rounding into the back. Stretch those shoulders out to the side. Push the hands forward and rise up. Tall. And then as you exhale, you release that effort and push the arms back. So I'm going to turn a little sideways so you can see what this looks like from a different angle. We'll continue. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, keep the spine long. Out to the side. And then flip the hands, bring fingers to shoulders. Round through the back. Pushing the hands forward, inhale up. And then exhale, release the effort, soften in the back. And then open through the chest by just pushing those hands back. One more time, here we go. Beautiful. And release the hands down. Let's lift our heels and then lift our toes. Lift our heels and lift our toes. And then lift our heels and ankle them out, drop them down. Heel toe out. Stretching in the inner thighs here, still sitting tall. Supporting ourselves on the thighs or taking that lateral flexion here. Arm up and we just lean over. Once again, get into side body here. And then come on back and take the other arm up and over. And then come on back and heel toe the feet in. And let's heel toe them back out. Stay here and let's take a little twist. So we'll take our left hand to our right thigh. Take our right hand back. Doesn't have to go back far. You just want to lift those hips. Lift the ribs away from the hips. And then twist and look behind you. Keeping that flexibility in our spine. Strengthening the muscles around the rib. And even getting into the neck a little bit here by turning our gaze back towards that right hand. And then we release that. Let's take it to the other side. So right hand to the outside of that left leg, sweeping the left arm back. Sit tall and twist. Twist here in the ribs. Maybe a little in the cervical neck. And then come on back to center and heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Let's reach those arms up. Exhale them down, take them back one more time, open through the chest here today. And then hands down by your side, circle your wrists, circle them in the other direction. Let's bring those shoulders up and then roll them back and down. So we inhale them straight up towards our ears and then roll them back and down. 2 more. Beautiful. And then come to stillness. So today's animal that we're imitating is the cat. And our famous cat-cow, we do it a lot in our yoga practices. It's just rounding that spine, taking the middle of your spine back towards the back of your chair. Tucking your chin here and exhale, pull the belly in as you exhale. And then inhale, release the belly, drop those shoulders up and down like we just did, lifting through the heart center here. Let's do it again. Exhale. Notice I'm using my elbows out to the side. And then as I inhale, I bring them into my side again. Another way to do that is to slide the hands towards the knees. And then slide them back towards your hip. One more here. Nice movement through the spine. And you'll often see a cat do this. They'll get into this nice archy stretch, and then they'll put their paws out in front of them and lift, arching their back. Because they know how important a flexible spine can be. Next, we're going to claw like a cat. So instead of making a fist today, we're just going to claw the fingers. I hope you can see that. Not really closing the fist, just clawing them. But we're going to do it as we reach. So we reach up for something, claw the hand, draw it down in that claw position, and then release it. Other hand goes up, fingers up, claw them in a little towards the palm, and bring them down. Let's do them together here. Up, claw, just like a cat. Using your claws to grip things, strengthening through your fingers here. One more time each side. Keep the spine long. Beautiful. Good. Nice. Next, we're going to take a back bend. So I'm going to turn sideways. And we want to be 3/4 of the way in the chair. Now, when you do a back bend, it's not down here by the hip, but in the middle, just underneath your shoulder blades. So we'll start with that, bringing the shoulders up to the ears and rolling them down our back. And then you feel that little bit of engagement in your mid-back. Lifting the front ribs, dropping those shoulders down even more, and then release it. So adding on to that, we're going to place our hands on our back. Elbows back towards the back of the chair, and then we inhale, shoulders lift, back and down. Now we arch our back, tuck the chin, and the gaze, just by tucking the chin, the gaze starts to climb up the wall in front of you. Hold here, keep breathing, focus on the breath, bringing that energy in. And then on your next exhale, we'll just slowly release that pose. Let's do it again. Camel pose. So we bring the shoulders up, hands to our back, and the hands can actually press down a little as we squeeze the elbows towards each other. Lift the front ribs, tuck the chin, and breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, and next As you exhale, slowly release that little back bend. Good. Nice. Coming back to center here, we're going to come into what's called Eagle Pose. So we'll take that right foot across the left, and we're going to squeeze the knees together today. Working the inner line of the leg here, a lot of effort to try to bring those thighs together. And when you do that, right away you feel the lower abs kick in. Keep the spine long. And whatever knee and foot is in front, that arm's going to come across your body and be on the bottom. We're going to take the other arm on top, so elbow to elbow. And then you can hold on to your shoulders here, or you can serpentine your arms into eagle arms. And the back starts to open, so let those shoulder blades spread away from the spine as we come into eagle. Breathing into the back of the shoulders here. Feeling and noticing how that stretch affects you. If it causes pain, of course, release. Maybe come back to that hugging position. And as you stay here for another breath, maybe you start to feel those shoulders spread a little bit more. And then we slowly release all that effort, release the arms. Let the arms dangle at your side, give them a little shake, and uncross the feet. Good, let's try it on the other side. Now remember, one side might be different, so keep that in mind, observe that. Knees together, thighs together as much as possible. Really tighten towards midline here. And then now the other hand on the bottom. And we hug our shoulders at first, just feel how that feels. Maybe pull the shoulders away from the spine here. And you can stay right here and breathe. Or you can take those arms and bring palm to palm as you come into eagle arms. And we stay. And we have a little engagement in that lower abs again, because we're not just sitting, we're squeezing the legs towards each other. And then spreading the back body into this nice deep shoulder stretch. Stay and breathe. Notice the sensations in your back, in the inner thighs. And then we'll slowly release. Slowly, just notice, how does that feel? Ah, the release. Yes, that feels great. And then uncross. And give those arms another shake here. Move anything you need to. Shake a foot. And now we're going to turn to the right. Stepping the right foot to the side of the chair and sending that left leg back. Sometimes we call this extended cat. So whatever leg's in front, that opposite hand's going to go forward. And we're going to support ourselves on that right thigh. Reach forward. As we reach forward, we reach that other foot back. Maybe you can hover the toes, maybe not, depending on how strong your core is here. And then exhale, release it down and draw that elbow in. Let's take a little twist here. Turn and look over your shoulder. Let's do it again. Let's extend our cat, reaching out towards that right wall, pushing into the left toes, strong into the core, and maybe we lift that back foot just an inch or so, and then down, and come on back to center. One more time. Reach out. Lengthen here, even in the spine, as it leans over that front leg. Push into the left toes, and then maybe lift them off the floor an inch or two. And then down, and then the arm comes in, and we release everything. Coming to the front here. Let's just do some circles. Loosen up. So maybe you felt that like I did. I felt it in my glute today. Other direction, loosening up here. And then we'll take it on the other side. So bring the feet in and step to the left, turning the body to the left wall. Send that right leg back. Feel the stretch right here. And again, you can stay at any point in these poses if you feel that's the stretch you need today. I'm going to take it into that extension, reaching the right arm forward, pushing that toe of the right foot into the floor so the leg starts to tighten. Chair moved on me, so we always take care of our safety first. Belly in, and maybe we lift those back toes off the floor a little. And then we down, put them down and bring the arm in and look over our shoulder. Let's do it again. Inhale, exhale here, reach, 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 reach. Lengthening as much as you can. Stretching like a cat. And toes down, arm comes in, body up, and then we twist. One more time, here we go. Reach, 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 reach. Push into the right toes. Lift the right toes. Balancing here. And then toes down, arm in, body up, and we take that twist. And release, release everything. Come to the center and separate the feet a little. Let's take those circles again. Loosening up in our bodies, just kind of moving around here. And then the other direction. And then sitting tall in heel toe in. Let's do that cat clawing again. So we reach up and claw the fingers. Reaching the other hand, bringing one down, one up. And just kind of observe your movements here and think about how a cat might move. How the claws go out and then in, out and in. So we spread our fingers and then draw them into this clawing position today. Couple more. And then float the hands down for a second. Take a breath here and mountain in the chair. And then we'll tuck our chin and look down towards our belly. Getting that stretch in the back of the neck. And then roll the head back up. Turn to the right. Turning your gaze, maybe looking all the way back as far as you can with the eyes. Give the eyes a little workout here. And then the eyes come back and the head comes center. Let's go to the other side. So we go over to the other side. As far as the neck will turn, and then we turn our eyes, using our eyes to take us a little further in our vision. And then release the eyes, release the head back to center. And then once again, tuck. And when you tuck, you want to keep the shoulders over the hips. We're not rounding the back. We're just stretching right here in the back of the neck. Feels so good. And then we lift and pause in mountain. And so then we'll finish off with some cat-cows here. Since we're imitating a cat, we round into cat. Slide the hands down to the knees and then slide them back and lift and look up and round. Maybe deepening your cat-cow at the end of class today because we're a little more flexible, like a cat. One more. And then come to mountain in the chair. Notice your breath. And then bring your hands together and bow to your body for moving like a cat today. I hope you enjoyed this playful practice imitating nature. Look for more of these types of videos on YouTube. Yoga by Bonnie. Namaste.